America first, American first. We are pursuing this discussion for more than past 5 months. And we were knowing that something very concrete, very different and concrete that would come out, out of the current election that happened in United States. Now the idea is that Donald Trump is new president of America, and day by day he is introducing new rule and regulation into United States. So new rule and regulation not only in United States but that is affecting the globe. This is what was expected, that Donald Trump would make something that will affect the geopolitical scenario of the world, economic scenario of the world, military scenario of the world. It would change. It was expected. Anyway, now today is 9th of the April, and from today night, that is American night, the retaliatory tariffs on the every country on the 5th of the April, on the 5th of the April, 10% basic tariff on the all country has already been applied, and there are many countries in the world where 10% tariff is only imposed on those countries like Australia, United Kingdom, Turkey. These are countries, they have 10% tariff. If they are exporting products into America, then those products are taxed, the custom tariff is taxed at 10% only. So that is already applied, and these countries, companies, they are giving entry 10% tax when their products are pushing in into the United States. Now, in that sense, from the today's night, retaliatory taxes will be imposed on the countries. To India, it is 27%. To Japan and South Korea, I believe it is around 26%. But anyway, on China it is 54%, and to the Chinese country, why I am saying, because Chinese companies they are targeting into the developing country, that is Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and Laos, where they have already started investing into these countries, so that the labor power will be cheap, and end customer in America, when they receive the product, they will have the same price what they had earlier. The manufacturing cost in China by the Chinese company is more than if they do the manufacturing in these developing countries like Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. So the product will enter into America with lesser price. After the tariff, it will go to the people with the same price what it was earlier. Anyway, when America has imposed 54% tariff on the China, then China announced retaliatory taxes on the American products into the that is entering into the America. Like Apple. Apple is a company in America, and they push semiconductor devices into China. So those they have to give 34% more taxes to the Chinese government. So earlier it was 56%, now 34% means 90% American companies they have to give taxes to the China. Now that will come into regulation from the 10th of April, from the tomorrow onwards. That is the scenario. When looking at the 34% extra tariff on the American company, that is leading to 90% on them when they are entering into China, then Donald Trump has announced that 50% more tariff will be applied on China. Now 104% tariff will be applied on the Chinese product that is entering into America. Can someone believe this? This is my question. Can someone believe this? Till some time back, till some time back, the the taxes on the Chinese company when they were pushing their product into America, it was mere 2% and 3%. Within 1 2 month time frame, now it is 104%. Means Chinese product, when they are getting sold in America, their price will be around 2.5 times or 3 times after this 104% taxes. Now, in that case, Donald Trump is saying why he is doing like this, because he wants to lead in the manufacturing area that America is losing now. The biggest manufacturing country is China right now. 34% of the total manufacturing that is happening globally, 35% that happens in China only. 35% of the global manufacturing is happening in China. And America is not number one that it used to be. China is number one exporter in the world, and China is number one manufacturer in the world. In that sense, Donald Trump is saying he wants the position of number one manufacturing country again. In that sense, putting 104% tariff on the Chinese product will lead to his expectation. In the sense that to avoid the 104% tariff, Chinese company rather than investing into Taiwan, Laos, Cambodia and Vietnam, they will find cheaper to invest in America because there is no tax at all. It is as good as they are American company and they are starting company in America, no tax at all. There they can manufacture their item and they can sell in the American market, and they will government would earn with the sales tax the way it earns through the American product. It is same. So Donald Trump is saying that this is the idea that we will get kind of number one position in manufacturing country. So this is what the aim is anyway. Now people understand that there are two wars that is going on between America and China. One is trade war that anyway it was going on. Trade war between America and China. The China, the China total export in the world is 3.5 trillion dollars. American total import is 4 trillion dollars. China total export is 3.5 trillion dollars. What America imports, China export more or less globally, whereas American export is 3 trillion dollars. It is second. It is in second position. China is in number one position. America wants number one position at least in the manufacturing, so that again it will become leader in the total export around the world. That is the scenario. Anyway, now, what is going on? People understand that this is going on. Trade war was anyway on. The green signal for the trade war between America and China. It was anyway on. It was anyway on since 2009 only, when China was ramping up in the export. Anyway, there is another war that is going on between China and America, that is called tariff war. China has imposed 90% tariff on the American product, and America has imposed 104% tariff on Chinese product. Who will win? That is the scenario. Anyway, in the Donald Trump words only, if we go, the country or company, they have a strong product. The companies whose products are very strong, which is of more capability, he will win. This is what Donald Trump, from his experience, he is saying. So the answer is either Chinese company or American company whose product is powerful, he will win, irrespective of tariff that any country is imposing. People would go for the product because they cannot live without it. Their quality is higher. Okay, anyway. Now we will go with the Donald Trump statement. What's going on behind the scene? The behind the scene that is going on, this is not neither a trade war, this is not a tariff war. Actually, this is a war of TikTok mobile application. People would laugh at it that full American country, American president is dying for, or he is fighting for one mobile app that is called TikTok. TikTok is not a mobile app, and it is owned by ByteDance company that is in Beijing. They are owning the latest technology in the world. They have all the products from ByteDance is coming from technology called artificial intelligence, and they are far ahead of the any American company. ByteDance is not stooping. ByteDance is not bending to buy any American product, but American companies like Microsoft, Oracle, uh, Rob, Rob Lobs, I believe Rob Lobs, this is a gaming company, and there are other companies also. They are dying to buy TikTok product from ByteDance company, and that will be for America business. This looks like a business perspective, but idea is that America is dying to come to a level of Chinese artificial intelligence technology. Because artificial intelligence is that much powerful with the China, then anything that America is building right now, anything, either it is operating system by Microsoft or it is Android OS by Google, anything is in a fingertip, it is possible for the China. Means China is in a position to topple American software market in a few years only, when they have the highest technology with them. Microsoft, Oracle, all are dying. Roblox, all are dying, but they are not able to build anything that is near to TikTok mobile application. So that is the war, actual war going on between America and China. Anyone would ask me, what proof you have, why you are saying like that? Now, when on the 2nd of April, Donald Trump was announcing the retaliatory taxes, at that moment the taxes to the China was 10% only. Means on the 2nd of 6th of the February, America had raised China taxes from 3% to 10%. Now, the idea was again raising 10% to 54%. Donald Trump outrightly, okay, very explicitly, he said that I am not going to raise any tax on the China if they sell TikTok to America. Okay, and in that sense, ByteDance CEO, he was in America on the 5th of the near the 5th of the April, and Donald Trump and all his Oracle and Microsoft all counterparts, and then his full ministry was sitting in the White House, and there they had a big plan. They had one structure. They had a full map that how ByteDance company will sell its TikTok application to the American company. And ByteDance company CEO, he was going to sign on the deal where 70% share will come to the American company. Means at the end, you have to give the source code. Now, either it is American business or it is Chinese business or it is Indian business or global business. Once you give the source code of the TikTok, then they get it. That's it. So that is the enjoyment. Now, prior to signing on the paper, what Donald Trump has put on the map, now the CEO of the ByteDance, he is calling the Chinese government, and Chinese government is denying. When they denied, then Donald Trump, he gave the green light to the 54% taxes on the China. Now he is postponing the ban lift to more 75 days more. On the 5th of the April, the 75 days ban on the TikTok was the lift on the ban was over. Now from the 5th of the April, if ByteDance is not selling their TikTok application to the American company, then ban will start. That was started by Mr. Joe Biden government in the April 2024. That ban will start again and TikTok will not work in the America. In that sense, ByteDance would not earn from the American market. That was the scenario. Now, America, when China government did not allow ByteDance to sell its American business, then the idea was to start the ban on the TikTok again. But Donald Trump did not do the ban of TikTok again. Means he whatever the lift he has made on the ban, he postponed it to 75 days more. Means still he is hoping that China will agree not to put pressure on the China. Donald Trump is now putting 50% more tariff on the China. Now 104% tariff on the China. Now, if China agrees to sell the TikTok, probably it will come down to 10% only. Main idea is to get the TikTok software so that America will come to the neck of the Chinese technology. Mr. Donald Trump, this is my personal suggestion to you. This is not the way that you should ramp up. China has come to this level because of its country's people, their manpower, their labor, their mental intellectuality. When American companies they do not have this expertise, with China they built on their own. They did not copy from anywhere else. Now you are trying to copy from China. Everyone in the world is looking at it. Everyone is understanding what's going on between China and United States. Anyway, China, I know China government and Chinese administration. That is, I believe, Li Kuan, he is the premier of China. Li King or Li Kuan, and then Xi Jinping, he is the president of China. These people are very smart people. They know that the real strength of Chinese technology is artificial intelligence right now. And there is no match of Chinese technology around the globe. If they keep it and go along, then the American companies or anyone around the American company, America government, they boast on the Microsoft and this and that. They are looking on and in front of Chinese software companies now. Now, what is the future for this? The future for this is China will rule the world and it will topple the complete trade scenario of the world. If America was ruling the world through its software companies and whatever it is, then dollar was the de facto the currency of the trade between any two countries. Now it is awaited now that yuan or RMB that will become de facto currency, because if you are leader in the technology, now people would want to stick with you. You are number one exporter in the world. China is leading exporter in wheat and rice also nowadays, in the food item also, in all engineering sector. In that sense, everyone around the world, they will try to stick with the China. Then China will press on the yuan, use RMB for the trade. Don't use dollar, and people would abide by it because they want to stick with the China. America will start losing day by day. This is what has happened in the past. This is how dollar came up, and this is how dollar would go down. Anyway, what is the moral of the story is, don't do copy paste. Okay? Don't copy from anywhere. You have to do on your own. Otherwise, you will start doing like this that everyone is laughing at you. 104% tax within 2 months from 3%. 3% to 104% tax within through 3 months. Is it really something that is plausible? Anyone would expect, or everyone is smelling something else is going on. And what is something else that is shameful to the United States? I believe Donald Trump should understand this.